مرحباً بكم في خارج المسار. أنا توني نداف. الأمريكيون وسياراتهم علاقة حب على الطريق، يخرجون بها أحياناً خارج المسار. ربما لهذا يهوى بعضهم تعديل ماكينات سياراتهم ليتمكنوا من قيادتها في تضاريس لا يمكن للآخرين الوصول إليها. هذه ليست عربات للطرق العادية، والمسارات التي ترتادها قد تكون صعبة جداً وأحياناً غادرة. القيادة في هذه المسارات ليست للسفر الفردي، فهي محفوفة بالخطر. لذلك يسافر رواد الهواية الخطيرة بسيارات دفع رباعي معدلة عظيمة القوة ضمن مجموعات من الأصدقاء، فبرفقتهم تصبح التحديات فرصة لقضاء أمتع الأوقات، وبرفقتهم يرتادون أكثر الدروب تحدياً وخطورة سعياً للوصول إلى كل وجهة لا تطأها دواليب السيارات العادية. وينفق هؤلاء مبالغ ليست بالبسيطة لإعادة تأهيل ماكينات سياراتهم للتأكد من قدرتها على بلوغ وجهاتهم الصعبة، وهم في كل ذلك يستمتعون بكل شبر من الرحلة المثيرة الوعرة، ويستمتعون بتحدي سياراتهم لأكثر التضاريس صعوبة ليسافروا بها بعزم خارج المسار إلى نقاط لا يحلم الكثير منا بالوصول إليها. نحن اليوم في ميامي في ضيافة آلي سيغوفيا، وهي واحدة من هواة القيادة في الطرق الوعرة المتحمسين. آلي هي الأخت الكبرى ل4 فتيات، وهي شابة جميلة المحيا وصعبة المراس، فهي جندية سابقة ومن المهووسين بقيادة سيارتها الجيب، خصوصاً في الدروب غير المهيئة بعيداً عن الزحام. هنا تعيش آلي مع عائلتها الأمريكية كوبية الأصل، وهي اليوم تستعد للخروج عن المسار بإعداد وتجهيز سيارتها ذات الدفع الرباعي لرحلة خاصة. دعونا نلتقي بها وبالأسرة.
Hello.
Hi.
Ali?
Yes.
I'm
hi.
Tony.
I'm Allie. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. What a lovely house.
Thank you so much.
So I decided to stop by and say hello before our trip tomorrow because I'm really excited about tomorrow's adventure, aren't you?
Me too. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, so I wanted just to chat a little bit with you, get to know you, and maybe meet the family and everyone.
Okay, sure. Come on in. So this is my mom. This is my dad. This is my sister Sophie, my sister Lucy, and my sister Vicky. I actually have one sister who's not here right now because she's on vacation, but yeah, I have 4 little sisters.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
So you guys like a big, happy family.
That doesn't make us happy all the time.
Okay. Now tell me about Ali, like as a sister. How is she like?
Allie is an active sister. She does have her moments where she can be a little grumpy when she wakes up, especially on Christmas
You
morning.
cannot wake her up.
She's either in her room or like in her Jeep doing stuff.
What do you think about that part? Her Jeep thing?
I love it. She takes me on her adventures.
Really?
Yeah, all her Jeep friends are my friends.
I think her Jeep is cool and stuff. It's just I wish she let us go more.
Yeah.
So you like that?
Yeah, we
Jeep
asked her.
overlanding and like off-roading.
I kind of want a Jeep because of her.
Ali started her own blog, so when she takes me on all the Jeep events, I am like her little like promoter, and I grab her cards because she won't give her cards out to people, and I will go like onto all random people for her and be like, hey, like we like a girl, go follow on the vlog, and she's just like, oh my gosh, no.
That's nice of you. I mean, that's very supportive of you.
Yeah, I joined the Castaway Club, which is a club at my school. It's like camping, fishing, all this cool stuff, and I like mostly did it because I saw all the pictures of like Ali doing all this cool stuff, and I thought it was so cool that I wanted to try it myself.
Is she your role model?
One of my biggest, yeah. She's like one of my biggest role models, and my mom too.
What about you, Victoria? What do you like the most about Ali?
Okay, so me and Ali, I guess, are sometimes very in sync when it comes to like, we wake up on a Saturday, and the first thing we do is like go into each other's rooms, we're like, what are we doing today? And then, I don't know, I think it's cool. She's like my buddy when I'm like, we have nothing else to do, we go shopping. She's one of my closest friends. We go on all of our like little vacations together. about the parents. And the trips that I take with my sisters are the best ones.
What about you, Sophia?
I love how adventurous Ali is and how passionate she is when, like, towards what she does. And I love how much effort she puts into something. Like, when she wants to achieve a goal, she will achieve it if she puts her mind to it.
So Ali, what is it like growing up in this lovely, big Cuban American family?
There's never a dull moment in this house, that's for sure. So definitely a lot of fun.
And you're the first child in the family.
Yes, so everything is always harder for the first child, but it's cool to be able to set an example for everyone, especially the twins right now, because they're so young and they're so interested in school and learning, and they see me going on adventures, and that makes them want to go on adventures too.
When you think about kids growing up, I think Ali has been a role model to her sisters in a way, because that independence has kind of rubbed on, to the sisters. From her college application to what are you gonna study, everything, extremely independent girl.
How about your parents? How do you describe your relationship with them?
When I first bought my Jeep, my dad said, you better not come home with big tires or you're out of the house. And I kind of came home one day with big tires and I said, hey Dad, look out the window. And he just looked at me and he was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that.
Oh, she's been an amazing daughter. Ali's always has something going on. It's kept me busy all the time.
But you're still in the house.
Yes, I am still in the house. I'm still here, guys. But I blame all of this on my dad because he was always the one that would take us camping at a very young age. And it's kind of snowballed for me, Those were cool family activities for him, but for me, it's become my lifestyle. The fact that he always taught us to be adventurous. So not being afraid is kind of a big thing that he's taught me, and that's kind of what's motivated me to sometimes, go do crazy things in my Jeep and go camping and live off the land for a weekend at a time. I think it's very unique to have these kinds of opportunities, and obviously building something like my Jeep costs a lot of money, and I'm able to live here and work, and then all my money just kind of goes to the Jeep. So they've definitely supported me in that way.
And then one day she woke up and she told you, Mom and Dad, I'm joining the Navy. What was your reaction?
She was in 9th grade, a freshman in high school, when she said, I want to join the Naval Academy. We got a letter at home, and it was from the United States Naval Academy, and my husband opened it up and goes, oh gosh, Alexandria got a scholarship to go there. So we were very proud that she got accepted there and that she got her congressman nomination, not only for the Naval Academy, she also got it for the Air Force Academy. And she had a choice between MIT and the Naval Academy. And she chose the Naval Academy. Wow. And I was extremely proud because I know how challenging it is to get there. And they take the best of the best.
So I joined the Navy right after high school, went to boot camp and had a great experience in the Navy. I actually joined the Navy because I wanted to serve my country. The Navy definitely taught me a lot about leadership and taught me a lot about being resourceful. Like, if you didn't know the answer to something, it was always, I'll find out and report back, sir. It's about being accountable, reliable, resourceful, figuring out who you need, what you need, when you need it, and being kind of very independent.
Ali, she won't take no for an answer. If she wants something done, if you're not cooperating, she'll find somebody else who is, because that's how she is.
So when I got back from the Navy, I started making my own money, and I knew from a very young age that I've always wanted a Jeep. So I went and I bought a Jeep. I had no idea I was gonna go this far. It's a bug that bites you and then you just can't stop. So I actually really like to document all my adventures on a blog, which I've named wheellikeagirl.com, because it's very reflective and it's very personal. It's very for myself.
One thing that she has is that she's a very inclusive person. She's done that with me a lot, because every time she's gonna go do something, she invites me to do something. She's been telling me, Dad, go to the gym with me. Or, Dad, go fishing with me. Go camping or off-roading or something like that. She invites me to every event she has. So her personality is one to bring people together, not just family, but even community.
What kind of example are you trying to set for them?
Well, obviously I want to set a good example, but I think definitely living life as if every day is your last day and taking advantage of every opportunity that is given to you is something that I try to do and everyone should do. Everyone should live their life to the fullest and not miss out on opportunities and try to make everything happen that comes their way.
تلتقي آلي بأصدقائها هنا على مشارف غابة أوكالا الوطنية في فلوريدا. خطتهم هي القيادة على الطريق من هذه الغابة حتى بلوغ محطتهم الأولى وترتيب موقع مخيمهم الخاص. هناك سيتناولون العشاء ويرسمون خطة السفر في رحلة الطرق الوعرة التي تبدأ في الصباح الباكر. إذن سينصبون المعسكر الليلة استعداداً لرحلتهم خارج المسارات المعبدة. Hey, Ali.
Hey!
So, this is it? This is the campsite?
Yes, this is where we've decided to stop and camp for the night. We just needed to find a clearing so that everyone would have room for their tents and their cars. This is the first time we're here, and it's a lot of map reading, so we have to figure out where we are, match it up to the numbers on the posts, on the trails.
So tell me, who are you with here today?
I'm here with my friends. This is Robert.
Hello,
That's
hi.
Sammy.
How you guys doing?
Hi.
And then in the back there is Alexis, Sue,
Hi,
and
Alexis.
her 2 kids.
Hi, Sue. Are we excited about tonight? So, Ali, I want to talk to you more about like this whole dynamic. Like, what's the plan now?
So the plan is to do this famous trail called Tread Lightly. And it's 81 miles of Ocala National Forest. So once we set up and get our tents and sleeping arrangements done, we'll have dinner. And we'll cook with our propane tanks and scottles and flat top grill. Normally Robert and Sammy cook most of the time, and they really enjoy it, and they're a good team together.
So what's so special, Robert, about jeeping and going like, you know, off-road camping?
The adventure, you don't know where you're gonna be at the next night or the location where you're gonna be at. No phone service.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry. Everything is right here.
And how did you meet, you guys? Like, where do you know each other from?
Jeeping.
Jeep brought us together.
This activity brought you together. That's awesome.
The jeeping community is actually a really great community.
Yeah, there's a lot of places in the middle of nowhere that nobody knows about, but we know about it because there's a trail there. And then we end up going, and it's not something that is a tourist destination. It's something that people who have similar interests and similar hobbies go, and you meet them, and you hang out, and you get to experience this kind of stuff together.
That's awesome. ها هم أعضاء الفريق وقد استعدوا للنوم الآن. عندما نعود سيحزمون عدتهم وتشرع القافلة في رحلتها عبر غابة أوكالا الوطنية. القيادة بتسلق التلال الصخرية هي رياضة الخطر، رياضة الجنون، وتكلف آلاف الدولارات. وبالرغم من كل ذلك يعشقها هؤلاء المغامرون.
This is one we're building now. It's a 97 TJ. It come in without a motor, flat tires. We put all new wheels, tires, relinked it all, built a whole new front end, put a motor in it. Wow. So it's been a complete build. This is going with us tomorrow. We've been busting our butt trying to get it done in time.
صباح الخير. دعونا نرى ما إذا كانت آلي ورفاقها مستعدين لرحلة الطريق الوعرة. أتوقع مغامرة ممتعة.
How you been? How in it? No.
Good morning. How are you guys? Good?
Good, how are you?
Good. Tell me about this feeling, waking up in this such a beautiful place.
I love it. We woke up to a lot of birds at like 6:45 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just crazy waking up to like nature sounds that you've never heard before and you're like, what is that? So we want to do the whole south part of the trail today, which is one big loop basically. So we're gonna go ahead and take down and pack everything up and then get back on the trail.
So Sammy, tell me, when did you start going on like off-roading, overlanding trips like this?
I started off-roading back in 2011 or so. I like the freedom it gives you. I mean, go see places, meet a lot of people, things like that.
Because this is how you met Ali, right?
Yes, I met Ali, yeah. We just had a lot of mutual friends on social media. So we were at a Jeep meet, and that's kind of where we started talking and getting to know each other a little better. I think she's amazing. She's the apple of my eye.
And how is this adventure life, what is it exactly adding to your relationship?
I guess it gives us the spontaneous aspect of the relationship.
And I heard you're from Arab descendants.
Yeah, my father's Palestinian, my mother's American, and I'm Muslim. My family currently resides in Jordan. I have an aunt that lives in Kuwait.
Off-roading is really big in the Middle East.
Definitely, once we get engaged, I want to take her over there, and I want to do more than off-roading, you know, but yeah, I definitely would love to off-road somewhere else, somewhere different, somewhere that my culture's from. I want to go to Dubai really bad.
So tell me, how do you think your daughters are looking up to you, like watching you driving these trails, like doing this adventure?
I want to think that they see like mom is tough, like mom can do it. Mom is independent. Mom is a go-getter. She's not afraid to get dirty or to do this and to feel safe around me. Like, you know, don't worry, mom got my back.
You want to maybe step up to other like harder, tougher? You know?
Yes, that will be a goal of mine eventually. I want to learn from Ali. Driving, like going over this big obstacles and rock crawling, I think it's pretty impressive. And hopefully one day I'll do the same.
I called a driver's meeting and we're all just gonna go over the plan of the day, which is basically just follow the trail of the map we have.
Are we gonna be using your names or your Jeep's names? Because I see like every Jeep has a name.
My Jeep's name is Raja.
What about yours too?
Slice of life.
Mine is Bad Smurf.
I see Salsa Gladiator.
Yep, that's mine. Well, you know, salsa for sure because I love salsa.
Cool.
Gladiator because it's a gladiator.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
متعة القيادة في الطرق الوعرة ليست في بلوغ النهاية فحسب، بل هي في امتداد الرحلة نفسها وفي تحدياتها. فما يبدو عملاً منهكاً للبعض هو المتعة التي يبحث عنها هؤلاء المغامرون. الاستعانة بالخرائط، الاستدلال على الدرب الصحيح، وتجنب المسار الخطأ. قد تتعطل سيارات الجيب أحياناً، فهذا كله جزء من الرحلة، إلا أن هؤلاء المغامرين يتدربون حتى على كيفية إصلاحها. فالاستقلالية والاعتماد على الذات هو أيضاً جزء لا يتجزأ من متعة رحلتهم. يتوقفون للاستراحة، يتناولون الغداء ويلتقطون الصور التذكارية. جمال الطبيعة ومغامرة الوصول إلى أقاصيها الخفية هو أكثر ما يتوق إليه سكان المدن الكبيرة. هو بحث عن التحدي وبحث عن المرح وعن الصداقة. يجدونها جميعاً في تجربة واحدة.
What is it like the number one thing that a Jeep driver or off-landing driver should know about, should always keep in mind?
Definitely the most important thing is knowing where you are and have a plan and know how to exit the trails, how to enter the trails, because you definitely don't want to get lost. And if you do get lost, you want to make sure you're prepared and have water and food and emergency things with you so that you can be okay. I'm a big advocate of being safe and making sure that you're safe, not off-roading alone, making sure you have at least one other vehicle with you. I have a satellite phone in case there's no cell reception and you have to contact some emergency services. You kind of never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You have to be responsible. We have to make sure we take all of our trash with us so that we're not leaving it in the middle of the forest. Make sure we don't damage the ecosystem and chop trees down. We are patrons of this nature and we want to preserve it to make sure that everyone else gets to enjoy it as much as we do.
That's awesome. And you're responsible as well towards each other, right?
Yeah, we never leave anyone behind. That's another thing that is very important when you go off-roading with a group. You want to make sure that you're with people who won't leave you behind, people who are your true friends, and people who will help you in your time of need. So we're doing this 81-mile trail designated by Ocala National Forest. This trail was also named by Jeep to be a badge of honor trail.
Nice. And at the end of it, you would get the badge of honor.
Yes.
For your Jeep.
Yes.
That's a cool thing to encourage people to go out, right? And take their Jeeps out.
And especially us, like we have been, to Tennessee, Utah, Colorado, Georgia, and we've done other badge of honor trails, but it's nice that this is a new badge of honor trail and it's in our home state of Florida. So we've been really excited to finally get to do this.
How much, Ali, did you spend on your Jeep so far?
So on parts alone, I've spent like $20,000. Yeah.
And the best is yet to come.
Exactly.
الطبيعة، الحرية، التحدي، الصداقة، وسيارات الجيب المغبرة، كل هذه تجعل هؤلاء المخيمين في الغابة أكثر سعادة.
عادة ما تتوفر في رحلة الطرق الوعرة جملة من التحديات. تحديات تتيح بصورة ما لرفاق الرحلة قضاء وقت مشترك ممتع، وتتيح لهم الاستمتاع بحس المغامرة. لكن وكما سيتضح لنا سريعاً، يواجه محبو سيارات الدفع الرباعي القوية بعض المنغصات. نحن الآن في ولاية إنديانا للقاء مارك وجان ويتس، وهما زوجان تمثل رياضة الطرق الوعرة محور حياتهما. لم يعشق مارك وجان هذه الرياضة فحسب، بل وقعا أيضاً في حب سيارة دفع رباعي معطوبة وبضع قطع من آلات ومفاتيح إصلاحها. عائلة ويتس تملك الآن متجراً لتعديل الماكينات ومرآباً لإصلاح السيارات. مع رفاقهم خارج المسار، يقضي الزوجان أوقاتهما في مواجهة واحد من أصعب تحديات الطرق الوعرة، القيادة بتسلق التلال الصخرية. نزور اليوم متجر آل ويتس الخاص هنا في ولاية إنديانا.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Tony.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tony. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you guys?
Good.
I heard a lot about you, about this wheat.
Was it good or bad?
No, all good stuff.
Okay.
All good stuff.
That's first. Was it good or bad?
all good stuff, and I'm really excited about getting to know you, and much more excited about tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
The wheeling trip.
Yeah, the wheeling trip will be fun tomorrow.
That's gonna be really fun. But first, tell me about this whole journey. Like, what brought you into this business?
We've been in the shop for 33 years, or I have, and I started wheeling, and it became a passion, and everybody started following us, and we built their Jeeps, so we shut the rest of the shop down and went totally off-road. My son's with us, and the Jeeping kind of started. He kind of got me into it, and I just got crazy. Then I met Jen on the trails, so.
We do some big builds here, and we've got big customers and big Jeeps.
the people that you meet that goes along with this. It ain't really just the Jeeps. It's the friendships that we're growing along the way. I mean, that's what makes it fun.
Well, I'm so intrigued, you guys, to see more. Would you want to like give me a tour?
This is one we're building now. It's a 97 TJ. It come in without a motor, flat tires. We put all new wheels, tires, relinked it all. We put new drive shafts in it, built a whole new front end, put a motor in it.
Wow.
So it's been a complete build. We got to paint it yet. We've actually started. It'll actually all be gray and a lime green cage. So this is going with us tomorrow. We've been busting our butt trying to get it done in time.
Tell me about the customers, Jen. Who are they?
Well, they become part of our family, really. They're just people we meet on the trail or people that stop in and find us on social media and come in and want something done to their Jeep, and we build it and take them on the trails.
And so do you consider this like business as a money-making business?
I think that's what I like more about being auto repair shop for 30 years. People used trying to keep up with the vehicles. They didn't really want to spend the money as much. Now it's more of a passion. It's their lifestyle. It's their sport. They want to fix the Jeep. They want it to go where everybody else can't go. We're not going out here on the road or going to the mall. We're going upside of a mountain.
Wow.
You know, we're going to be climbing. We're going to be slick. It's going to be muddy. If you ain't got all the lockers rolling, or you got to have a winch. I mean, so that's where we're into it more. I mean, we do the bolt-on stuff and we do the easy stuff, but that ain't where the passion's at. The passion's in these that we're going to take off road. We're going to beat the heck out of it.
How many hours does it take usually?
Whew. We've probably got 150 hours in it already. So yeah, there's a lot of time, a lot of nights in it yet.
What was the highest bill you've charged so far?
Oh, I'd say we're probably around the 40, 50,000.
Wow, on a Jeep?
Yeah.
Just for modifications and upgrades?
Oh yeah, especially we're buying stuff that's full-size rigs. We're talking heavy duty of everything. You're not whining the cheap stuff. It's just like building a house. It progresses.
I heard this is Melissa's car.
It is.
You must be Melissa.
I am Melissa.
I'm Tony, how are you?
I'm good. This is my daughter Ashlyn, and this is my son Daniel. We are getting some upgrades done to the Jeep.
Tell me, why do you keep upgrading it?
So that we can go over bigger rocks.
And by we, you mean you drive?
Yes, I do. Yes.
What brought you to doing this?
We were actually on vacation, and we ended up on some trails that we shouldn't have been on, and realized that our vehicle wasn't ready for what we thought we could do.
Yeah.
And we realized we needed to go bigger so that we can do what we want to do. So we have obviously an older son and my daughter, so it's something that as a family we all enjoy doing, and that can be kind of hard to find something that a 1-year-old and a 14-year-old likes.
So you do take your kids with you?
Yes. Yes.
You don't worry about like their safety or?
No, going with them, I know that they're not going to put me in a situation that is going to be dangerous. That's one of the things with off-roading and rock crawling is that you have to trust what's called your spotters, the people out there telling you where to go, and I trust them with my life.
All right, so we should have you ready to go. We got you a new front axle in it. It's got a Rubicon locker in it. It's a Terraflex axle, so it's got a lot heavier wall. It'll take the beating. Change your wheels to put bead locks on it, so you have those. Custom painted those to match, a little different, a little better color. Yeah, they look good. Put you some light bars on. You know, if we go bigger tires, we can also take these corners off and give it a little more room that'll just unbolt. But we should be good to go.
So Jen, tell me, where does your story with rock crawling start?
I've always had an interest in Jeeps, and so started in the Jeep world and wheeling about 10 years ago, and then met Mark on the trails. And then this weekend is actually our 2 years, as I say, adventures together. I've known of him on the trails for quite a while, so I always knew he was a good guy. 2 years ago, we went to lunch and we've been pretty much inseparable since.
So do you think rock crawling got you together?
Oh, definitely. I probably wouldn't have met him otherwise. I'm an outdoor person and a tough sport person. Like, I've trained in martial arts. I'm just always wanting to be active and do something and be outside. And so wheeling's a good way to do that.
And what's the thrill like?
Just to complete that trail and go on to the next one and to climb that hill or that rock or that mountain and just to accomplish more. Just listening to your spotter and watching your line and knowing where that vehicle needs to go and the courage to do it. Not many sports or things do you do normally that you have to trust somebody with your life, and there are times that we have to do that. So you become family. You get to know them and their families, and we've got people coming from all over to wheel with us. From Lexington, Kentucky and Cincinnati, Ohio, they'll all be meeting us there this weekend.
And for how long do you think you're gonna keep doing that?
As long as I can. I mean, there's no end in sight. I mean, this is our life.
Hello, Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
Good to meet you, brother.
I'm Tony. This is your Jeep?
Yes, it is.
Looks really, really nice.
It's a lot better than it was when I first got it.
How was it when you first got it?
Almost stock. Had a few little, what we call like mall crawler upgrades, but nothing really off-road capable.
And you got all of this done here at the Wheats?
Only place I bring my Jeep. This is where the Jeep lives. If it's not at my house, then it's here getting worked on, so.
Tell me, what's so special about what they do here?
They're very family-oriented. They treat everyone like they are part of their family. And they take really good care of everybody. Their honesty is top-notch.
And how much did you pay so far on this one?
More than my wife should know, probably.
Would you want to tell me? I'm not going to tell her. I promise. I'll keep a secret.
I'd say in the past 2 years, I've probably spent somewhere in the $9,000 to $12,000 mark.
But why? Why this need of always like adding and doing modifications?
I got this to take my family out. That's why I went with a 4-door. I've got 2 little kids, and I don't want them sitting inside, stuck on a TV, playing video games all day. I want to take them out in the woods, let them experience nature and do stuff outside.
You consider off-roading a family activity?
Absolutely. Groups like the Wheat you go with, you're not out there, people aren't getting drunk, you're not being stupid. It's well planned out with months in advance and true event-like structure. And it's just a good group to go out and be with.
I just kind of started Jeeping, and up here was all mud and trees, and it was okay. I wanted to see some rocks, and I went down and found some buddies that have become lifetime friends, and we just fell in love with it. Just getting out in the woods, enjoying nature. It's the fun we're going to have, the friendship, the camaraderie.
What are like the most risky challenges, if you want, that a rock crawler might encounter?
Like a ledge or the side of a mountain, tippy. You need to know your vehicle before you go on that trail. If it's not capable of climbing an 8-foot ledge, you don't want to take it up that hill. Weather, that's a big factor. The snow, the ice, mud on top, the wet conditions as far as rain or whatever, that makes the trail totally different, especially if you're on the side of a mountain. You don't want to be there in the rain.
What are the most common mistakes that a driver can do while rock crawling?
Not knowing your terrain, not knowing your conditions, going out by yourself, go with a buddy. You always want to be 2 rigs. Don't risk your rig and don't risk your life if you don't feel comfortable. We get into some messes, but that's part of the fun. That's part of the enjoyment, is just you're not knowing what's coming around that corner, or around that trail, or that ledge is going to do. It is a dangerous sport. It is a very dangerous sport, but there's a lot of fun in it, but you just got to use your head.
عندما نعود تبدأ مغامرة القيادة بتسلق الصخور صعوداً ونزولاً على سفوح هذا الجبل. لا أحد يعلم ماذا ينتظرهم. مغامرة بكل معنى الكلمة.
It's really incredible what's going on right now. You're literally driving over rocks.
Yep.
So it looks like everyone is here, right?
Yep.
What happens next now?
Okay, now we're all travel to Jellicoe. We'll be a 3-hour trip. Then we'll meet up there in the morning and everybody roll out.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. Let's do this. Let this adventure start, right?
Sounds good. See you.
Let's do this.
We'll just go over a few things real quick, guys. Today we're going to go up the Falls Trail. From the Falls Trail, we're going to go to the Sand Cave, up to the Overlook, and then go over the mountain. Just make sure you see the guy behind you. Don't lose him. There are going to be a few spots on the Falls Trail where guys on 35, you guys might want to take a bypass. We'll let you guys know. We're all here to have fun. If you don't feel comfortable getting somewhere, just let us know. We'll get a guy out to help you out. You guys want to load up? Let's get ready.
تبدأ المغامرة هذا الصباح على جبل جيليكو سنشارك فيما يسمى بتسلق التلال الصخرية بالسيارات طبعاً، وذلك برفقة الزوجين مارك وجان ويتس وعدد من أصدقائهما. من هنا سنتحرك لعدة ساعات صعوداً عبر جبل جيليكو نحو بعض المسارات المفضلة لهؤلاء، المسارات الأكثر صعوبة. هنا تتسلق سيارات الدفع الرباعي بماكيناتها وتصميماتها المعدلة المسارات الصخرية التي تشكل تحدياً كبيراً للتغلب عليها. بتصرف واحد خاطئ قد تنقلب سيارات الدفع الرباعي فجأة وبمنتهى السهولة لتسقط بين الصخور وتتلف. لكن العهد بين رفاق الطرق الوعرة أنهم لا يتركون أي واحد منهم يتخلف عن الركب، فمهما حدث هؤلاء رفاق يدعمون بعضهم البعض في وجه التحديات. فمع كل صخرة يتسلقونها ومع كل منحدر يتعلمون شيئاً ليس عن السيارة فقط، بل أيضاً عن أنفسهم وعن العلاقة التي تربطهم كرفاق على درب الصعاب.
Airing down the tires gives us more surface area over the rocks for the tires. So it helps out and gives us a smoother ride out on the trail.
Maximum tracks.
So Aaron, you're the trail leader.
Yes.
Tell me, what does that mean?
So the trail leader is the one that takes the responsibility of getting the group all the way through the trails. He's the one that knows the whole trail system in the area where we're at. The other thing is if we have a major issue, he's also the one that takes charge. They make sure everybody gets out of the woods by the end of the night.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility, I'm assuming.
Yes, it is. So in this particular trail system, myself, I've been running it for 13 years, but been around it for 30 years.
Yeah, and how come? What got you into this? Like,
my grandpa had an old Jeep, a CJ5, that he built, and I always loved going off-roading with him as a kid, but he only had 2 seats. So I have a younger brother, and we'd have to fight over who was going off-roading that weekend. And this area was the area that my grandpa built back in the 1990s.
Oh, so he contributed to the building and the digging of the trail.
In the U.S., there's probably over 2,000 something trails.
Wow.
For off-roading, all the way from here all the way to California.
And what makes a trail really perfect for rock crawling or off-roading?
So what we like is typically rock. So big rock where we got ledges that we have to crawl up. That's what really makes it fun for us. It's a challenge when we got to go over a big rock. A few places we go up, we got to go over a waterfall. So there's water running down on the rocks too. So that's where the challenge comes in. It gets very technical.
Nice. Well, it gets harder, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, harder. So this trail that we're running today, if we put it on a rating scale between 1 and 10, we're probably looking at a 6 or 7.
Wow, that's not easy at all.
No, there's going to be a few spots along this trail where a few people are going to get hung up and going to have a challenge. We're probably going to pull up a few tires and a few other things.
That's amazing. I mean, it's really incredible what's going on right now. You're literally driving over rocks.
Yep.
Do you think everyone's gonna be able to pass this?
No, they may need a little help. So
yeah.
Everybody's there to ready to grab tools. we don't care how long it's going to take us. We're not going to leave anybody in the woods.
For how long do you think you're gonna keep doing this?
I'd say probably another 20 years. I mean, it's like a lifetime. My grandpa's is close to 80 years old, and he still has a Jeep.
Wow. كان هذا واحداً من التحديات الشاقة التي تواجه الماكينات القوية في مسار تسلق الصخور. في مثل هذه الحالات يتطلب الأمر الدفع بطاقات هذه المركبات إلى الحد الأقصى فقط لإزالة عقبة واحدة من على المسار. Incredible what I'm seeing right here, right now.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
And I see like the spotter. It's very important, right?
Very important. Keep your line and you know where to go and your safety, you know. Sometimes you slide off a bank or down a hill, so yeah, the spotter is trying to keep you up on the bridge and to ride right.
Wow. That's really awesome.
But, yeah, the spotter is a big part of what we do to keep us safe and to, you know, so we don't fall off a line.
Whoa. Come on, Dave. Come on. Now you gotta go, Dave.
And how do you think about the whole day so far?
Oh, it's been excellent. It's been beautiful weather. It's snow on the mountains.
This is really like out of this world. So Jen, tell me what's going on with Sean's Jeep?
So it looked like it wasn't going in gear properly and they've backed it down to the bottom of the hill so they can get on flat ground, pop the hood open and take a look at it and see what's going on.
Wow. Is it something normal, like a situation like this?
Yeah, as hard as we ride and the trails we do, we're bound to break something, so that's normal. They're gonna look at what's going on and hopefully be able to fix it. Otherwise, we'll pull him up.
Nick, you're Jen's son, right?
Right.
What do you think about her doing this?
She loves it. I mean, they have a great time with it, so it's really cool. She drives quite a bit from what I know. So.
Yeah. Do you get worried about her, like, because it's dangerous, right?
Right, but no, so they have a roll cage in their Jeep and everything, so they're pretty well protected if it rolls over or anything as well.
Tell me, Nick, what's like the best part of this sport for you?
Just like the community. It's a great group of people, and they're all super supportive of each other, and good, clean fun, and as well as just getting out in the outdoors.
All right, coming through.
So Aaron, tell me, where are we? What's this magnificent place?
So we're in the Sand Cave in Jellicoe, Tennessee, in Tackett Creek area. So what you're seeing is the waterfalls coming over the edge from the creek off the falls trail that we previously went up, about 60, 70 feet high on the water. This waterfall's consistently running no matter how much water we've had.
Wow.
It will always run. And then as you're in the cave, what's creating the cave is the wind.
Wow, that's so beautiful, really. Wow. Melissa!
Hey, Tony!
How is it going?
Good, good.
Are you enjoying the ride?
We've had a great day.
And now it's like mom's duty, like lunch break and stuff?
Yes, yes.
Can we talk about this? Like, she's been with you on the road like the whole time.
Yes.
You weren't like scared? You weren't like worried about her?
No, I felt safe the whole time. So, yeah. I know that we're in a good vehicle and that she's strapped in super, super tight, and that we have good guides, so I knew we were okay.
Tell me, what moment exactly, like what obstacle you enjoyed the most?
All of them have been fun.
You felt your vehicle was ready for everything?
Yes, but I want to do more now.
Oh my God.
Seeing all the other ones, I do see that I want to do more. So I enjoyed when the vehicle was what's called flexing, so like when one tire goes one way and the other tire goes the other way. Kind of challenging myself to know, like, okay, which way do I need to approach this? That type of stuff I really enjoy. So.
And at that moment, did you keep an eye, like, on the back for...
Oh, no. I know she was good. She was back there, yay, and clapping. So she loves it.
Corey, you're Mark's son.
Yep.
Tell me about growing up and this whole, like, rock crawling thing. When did you start? When was, like, at what age was your very first wheeling trip?
Well, I got my dad into it, so probably 10 years ago, me and my buddies would start going, and then my wife, Hannah, we'd go out wheeling together with our buddies, and then we invited my dad to go one time, and then he was hooked, and then went from just like a regular Jeep, and then he started building Jeeps, and that's kind of how Wheats Off-Road got started as well.
So you're the reason why Mark is doing it?
Yeah, I guess.
And did you know that Mark's gonna be really like involved and he's gonna like it this much?
Not really. We just had an old crappy Blazer we took out the first time with him, and he was into it, and then he just got hooked, and he had kept getting better and better, and then we just kind of switched the whole business over to off-road, and I don't know, kind of snowballed from there, really.
Do you learn from him? Like, do you talk always about
rock? Absolutely. Like, heck, I've grown up in the shop and stuff like that, so everything I know is from him or my grandpa. And I had a little Jeep to begin with that we V8 swapped, and I don't know, it was breaking and stuff. I wanted to put different axles and all that, and then my wife and I are into diesel trucks, so we decided to incorporate the diesel into something we like, which was off-roading, and that's how we got this thing. We love it. I mean, best of both worlds for us, off-roading and diesel, so it's definitely unique.
What's so unique about off-road and like wheeling?
To me, it's like you can't be just driving down the road and see what you're seeing today. I mean, it takes a special kind of vehicle to see what we see. So that's what's pretty cool about being in an off-road world. I don't have no plans quitting. That's kind of, when we first started, we had the two-door Jeep, and then that's why we switched to the four-door Jeep. So then if we did have kids, we had room to introduce them into it.
So here we are on the top of Jellicoe Mountain. How special is this place for you two?
It's very special to us. We met here, our first trail together, our first weekend Jeep together, actually. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Every time the trail is a little different, but it's nice to remember that first adventure together 2 years ago this weekend.
With all your friends, so what a better way to spend it.
For how long do you gonna keep doing this?
As long as we can.
Yeah,
I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
إذن هذا هو محور رياضة تسلق التلال الصخرية. للوهلة الأولى يبدو الأمر كأنه إثبات لجدارة سيارات الجيب المذهلة، لكن الأمر أكثر من ذلك، فكل شيء هنا يتعلق بالعلاقات والصداقات التي تنشأ بين رفاق الدروب الوعرة عبر التشارك في مواجهة التحديات. فكل ما تزايدت صعوبات التحدي عظمت مكافأة التجربة. ربما لذلك ينفق هؤلاء الأصدقاء آلاف الدولارات وساعات في البحث والعمل لجعل سيارات الدفع الرباعي أعظم قوة. فكل واحد منهم يسعى إلى أن يكون قادراً على تقديم يد المساعدة لرفيق الدرب أو رفيقته. وربما في حالة مارك وجان ويتس أو آلي وصديقها، مغزى الحكاية هو ما من أحد يدري أين يصادفه الحب، خصوصاً في الدروب الوعرة خارج المسار. شكراً على رفقتكم لنا اليوم، نراكم في المرة القادمة.
So this burnt Jeep here, it's been sitting here for probably 15, 20 years. But what we just went through was around a major mud hole. The water got in it and shorted it and caught it on fire. And it's been sitting up here, like I said, for 15, 20 years.
Wow.
Driver, Billy. Driver.
Somebody said they were going to try to go for that mud hole.
Last time I was in that mud hole, water was coming in the floorboards of my Jeep, and somebody winched me out backwards.
Yeah, that mud hole is the one out of the three you don't want to be in, guys. Much fun if we want to have. That one can cause a lot of issues.
My door open, but it's okay.
Yes!